Hello students, now I discuss about theories of group formation. Why do individuals form groups? Before discussing some practical reasons, if would be necessary, it would be necessary to examine briefly the classical theories of group formation. Why people affiliate with one another. There are four theories which explain why groups are formed. ठीक है, ग्रुप क्यों बनाए जाते हैं. तो चार थ्योरी हैं, चार सिद्धांत हैं यहाँ पर. फर्स्ट वन इज प्रोपिंक्विटी थ्योरी. सेकेंड इज होमेंस थ्योरी. थर्ड वन इज बैलेंस थ्योरी. फोर्थ वन इज एक्सचेंज थ्योरी. ओके, तो फर्स्ट propinquity theory, the most basic theory explaining affiliation is propinquity. Explaining affiliation. This interesting word simply means that individuals affiliate with one another because of spatial or geographical proximity. ठीक है, मतलब एक ही तरह के एनवायरनमेंट में दोनों इंडिविजुअल्स रह रहे हैं तो एफिलिएट विद वन अनदर. इन एन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन एम्प्लॉयज़ हु वर्क इन द सेम एरिया ऑफ प्लांट और ऑफिस और मैनेजर्स विद ऑफिसेस क्लोज टू वन अनदर would normally form into groups than those who are not physically located together. For example, students sitting next to one another in a classroom are more likely to form a group rather than the students sitting at opposite ends of the room. But this theory has ignored the other factors responsible for the group formation, because it is not essential that the groups must come up because of proximity of the people at workplace. There may be several other reasons for the formation of groups. This theory is not analytical in nature. Okay, yogi propinquity theory. Second one is Homans theory. This theory was propounded by George C. Homans. This is a very comprehensive theory based on the three elements: activities, interactions, and sentiments, which are directly related to each other. The members of a group share activities and interact with one another, not just because of the physical proximity, but also to accomplish group goals. The key element is interaction, because of which they develop common sentiments. ठीक है ना, कम्युनिकेशन ज़रूरी है, इंटरेक्शन ज़रूरी है. These sentiments gradually get expressed through the formation of informal groups. In any disturbance is caused to any of three activities, interaction and sentiments, it is likely to disturb all the others. Their relationships are shown as देखो इस फिगर में activities, interactions. ठीक है, AIS sentiments, तो मॉडल ऑफ AIS थ्योरी हो गया. एक्टिविटीज़ होंगी, इंटरेक्शंस होंगे, सेंटिमेंट्स भी होंगे. नेक्स्ट वन इज बैलेंस थ्योरी. दिस थ्योरी इज proposed by Theodore Newcomb, who is one of the opinion that individuals are attracted to one another on the basis of similar attitudes. ठीक है, जब हम कहते हैं ना कि भाई एक ही तरह के नेचर के जब लोग इकट्ठा हो रहे हैं तो सिमिलर एटीट्यूड्स होगा टुवर्ड्स सम कॉमन ऑब्जेक्टिव्स, वैल्यूज़ एंड गोल्स. Once the relations are formed, it is tried to maintain a symmetrical balance between the attraction and the common attitude. In case any imbalance occurs, attempts are made to restore the balance. If the balance can't be restored, the relationship dissolves. There must always be a balance in the relationship between the group members for the group to be formed and for its survival. That is why it is shown as balance theory. क्यों कहते हैं इसको बैलेंस थ्योरी? बिकॉज इट इज़ फॉर इट्स सर्वाइवल. द फॉलोइंग फिगर शोज द बैलेंस थ्योरी. ये देखो, इंडिविजुअल ए, इंडिविजुअल बी, इंडिविजुअल सी, है ना. तो इंडिविजुअल ए विल इंटरेक्ट and form a relationship group with individual B because of common attitudes and values C. इंडिविजुअल ए हो गया, बी हो गया, सी हो गया. अभी कॉमन एटीट्यूड्स एंड वैल्यूज़ में क्या हो सकता है? लाइफ स्टाइल हो सकता है, वर्क, अथॉरिटी, रिलीजन, पॉलिटिक्स एट्सेट्रा. ठीक है, तो ये बैलेंस थ्योरी ऑफ ग्रुप फॉर्मेशन हो गई. Now next one is exchange theory. This theory was developed by John W. Thibault and Harold H. Callan. People exchange their thoughts with each other. Firstly, people think of benefits from interaction, which will be in the form of gratifying the needs, while cost in the form of anxiety, frustration, embarrassment, and fatigue. The result will be positive when reward is equal to or more than cost. If an individual becomes the member of a group, first he enumerates the outcome, benefits, and satisfaction and cost of the group. When the rewards are more than the cost, the individual will join a group. Thus, exchange theory suggests that an individual will join a group on the basis of the outcomes of rewards and cost. Thus, the reward and the cost have specific importance in the exchange theory. Okay, thank you.